Well, today is Easter, so happy Easter, everybody. I am going to finish this before this afternoon because I'm babysitting the dog from next door. So anyway, I wanted to get this going and see if we can finish this up. I was going to try to do some of the hair and stuff, but I really haven't got anything done because I've been visiting with all my family, and what a wonderful, wonderful day it is. I'm just so grateful and so thankful for my family. And we've been through a lot, so that's saying a great big whoa. I'm telling you, things are possible. Things are possible, and that's something I'm so excited about today. So let's get started. I am still thinking, just a quick rundown. I use Castle Art metallic pencils for these colors in the background, and they're a little more muted. They're not as shiny as you would think metallic would probably be, but it's okay because it works out well here. And I did a video just before this one with both pages in the Worlds of Wonder book, I think it was. I'm just looking real quick. I can't, it's hard to remember when you're doing so many different things. Yeah. It was this one here. That was all done in Castle Art. The School of Fish. I'm starting to get a lot of people asking me to go through my books, which I did do one. So there is one under Birdies, but I will go ahead and do a review of my books and the colors, things I've done. A quick one, again. If you're interested in everything that I'm using, there's also that video that's out there. Everything. This is wait before you buy something. And anyway, that tells you everything that I use, my ideas, things that I've experienced. I'm not saying that it's 100% because everybody has a different experience. So we just got to kind of, go by a few people and then you try it. And you might love it. If I didn't like it, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you like and what you try. But I do enjoy suggestions. So I used a Posca pen for the background. And then I'm using all of my polychromos to make the gold. And the gold, just to recap real quick, any colors, any three colors, a dark, a medium, and a yellow. So this one is the cream 102. This one is raw umber 180, and this one is Van Dyke brown 176. And I marked mine because usually I cannot read this. Today, and my eyes are clear. So anyway, any three colors of anything that you want to make kind of look like this, even if it's a different color, which I experimented with on a wrought iron looking book in my Birdie book, which I showed you. I did it in teals and did the same technique. And I'm sure I don't have it 100% because I'm thinking like right here, this should have come across because the shadow probably was casted in that. But this is my first doing it in all directions. And you got to keep that yellow bright. So let's move on. I am going to do her eyes is what I want to do next. I want to get that over with. That's a little spooky. And I want to make them green. So I pulled 3 different greens. I don't know which one exactly I'm going to use. And I want to find my black. I think this is it. Okay. So what I'm going to start with is a little circle of black in the center. And these are little eyes, so you're going to want to make sure they're sharp. So then I'm going to take my darker green and I'm going to go right around the edge. Now, in case you don't know it, in this picture, there are no eyes. It's just the mask. So I drew some eyes in here. And I was going to show you this. I had gotten this in my art. And all it is like a little compass, so you could use it in any way. So what I did after I drew the first one is I just measured it. And you could use a number of things to measure it. And I put 2 little dots over here. And then I did like the eyeball. And I put 2 little dots over here. And that helped me keep it more even. Now, if you have some tracing paper, you can also draw one, trace it, and then trace it over there. If you don't have any tracing paper, take a pencil, a heavy leaded pencil, and mark it on the back of whatever paper, like this, with lots and lots of, and then when you turn it over face down and you trace, you would need a very light paper, and then you would trace it exactly where you want to go, and trace that, and that pencil lead will transfer over. So that's just a little bit of coming through here. I don't know exactly how these eyes are going to turn out, but I'm going to try. Just like the gold, I'm just going to give it a try and see how I do. And the worst that worst is you erase it and start over. But I'm looking for I'm thinking maybe the yellow. I was looking for something just a little bit. So what is this? This is terracotta. I'm gonna put a very sharp tip because I want to go just around this black. I want just a teeny color around that eye, I think. So now I'm going to use this and start pulling some little tiny lines here and there in this eye. I'm trying to make it look real. Am I going to get there? We'll find out. So you just want to keep pulling some little lines, and this is such a little tiny eyeball. I know there's an easier way to do this, but right now I'm just going to take this light green and go right around the edge. And fill it in just a little bit with this light green. I don't know how I like these yet, but I'm going to say my eyes aren't focusing really clearly, so I'm doing the best I can right now. They look spooky, don't they? Oh no, I made spooky eyes. Well, let's don't give up yet. Let's think about what we got to put in. Just a little more dark. We're going to put that little white highlight. Remember, that always changes a lot of things. So I'm just trying to get some little and they are green, aren't they? Okay. So, I'm making this up as I go along, so let's just see. If they even become looking like eyeballs. And they didn't give you much of a slit to experiment with. So I need and I think no, good, that's cinnamon. What else have we got in here? I need something to, okay, we got burnt okra. We're going to work on the face and the eyes. I've got some cinnamon here, some coral 131, some salmon 130, some cinnamon 189, and burnt okra 187. So let's see, I'm going to sharpen this one. And we do have this very light one that we already used to just base it, and this is beige red 152. These are polychromos pencils, and that's what I'm using for the center here. I did change this up a little bit. I didn't like it just solid, so I put a little blue and a little purple in there. And we'll see how that works, and I'm not sure about that little gold thing. We're going to have to probably work on that. I need, because we're doing the eyes, I just want to get, all right. I'm just going to outline the eye part. You know what, maybe if I get my other glasses. Let me get my reading glasses. I think I just, here they are. I found them These are just my dollar store quick read, but let's see if that helps. My eyes are just a little blurry. Oh yeah, that's better. That helps. So I can get up close. I am going to go get my eyes checked. I think my insurance policy is July. Oh, okay. So in this little eyeball, there is always this little piece. Not sure how to do that. Let's just darken the corners. Let's just work on shading right now. And we will put the little white highlight in there with, sometimes it's just looking for my, if I only had 3 or 4 things. But this is a collection that I've had for some time. And I was just looking for my white. I thought it was there. Looking for my white pen. I shouldn't have cleaned my desk up. There it is. I found it. I have 2. I need to make sure I stop. I just want to put the white in there. See what happens. I always try to get this thing bouncy ready. Okay. I don't know if it helped that much. But we're going to see. Alright, let's just do some highlighting. Under the mask, there would be a little bit of darkness, and on this side. On the side of her little nose. Be very careful with this. It's right in the corner. Just a little bit. I could do a little indent on her chin. And we could just go back over so it's not brown, but it will be more, and there's always a little divot there. Pull that color out a little bit. There's usually like a little half circle at the end of the nose. Doesn't have to be perfect, we just need to make it look a little more realistic. I think it's starting to take a little shape. What color is this? I'm just going to do some color in her lips a little bit. Try to leave a little highlight. So we're just giving some shading. That's all we're doing, is trying to make it appear. Take the lightest color that we did the skin with to start with and just blend it a little bit. Just kind of blend it out. She's a very pretty young lady, so you want to keep her. I think once we get that mask done, we can work on the eyes more later if we can just get this. I'm just trying to highlight her cheek here a little bit. A little bit of color. Come in and I haven't done a lot of faces, so I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or right. I think her nose needs a little bit of so this is the cinnamon, isn't it? Yep. So I'm just shadowing on the side of her nose, that her nose is going to look like it's there. Just deepening here and here. Okay. And I'm thinking I'm going to ignore these lines and just kind of put them in the background, because there's so much going on. Just get her little cheek to stand out, and her little lips. And let's take just under the bottom lip. Let's just darken that just a little bit. Okay. I think we're going to let that be for now. Let's just see where we are at. We can come back and touch it up. So let me put these over here. Okay, I just want to double check that camera. Make sure everything is going in the right direction. I've lost so many things in the beginning. So let's do the mask. I'm going to take, I think, the lightest color and start with this one. And just kind of, oh, they put the eyebrows on the mask. Okay, well, we'll ignore those too. And we're just going to color it in. Let me move the green. So we're ignoring these lines. We're going to say, what lines? What are you talking about? And we can come in and highlight them. But I think right now, just to give ourselves a better visual, we're going to, and that was something else beside the mask, but that's okay. Only you and I will know. And as you're starting to fill in the mask, you're going to start noticing these little lines on either side of the eye need to be darkened. But we'll come back. That's why we're going to do this first. Just to block out all of this color, all these lines. They're almost making you dizzy. And then we can come in with different colors, or you could use something. And I think for right now, this is all we're going to do. That just kind of stops and gives this a little more direction. If you want to call it direction, that's what I'm calling it. I'm just highlighting around the eyes here. Whatever we do, I just want it to look like, you know how the mask kind of gets this nose piece? Like here it's going to go like that. So I just want some of this on the side to start to pull that up. And we'll work on that. Add that later when we start getting some of this up here done. So, I'm going to say anything like this is hair, but this is a leaf. And this is a leaf here. So, I don't want to do it, well, we could do some green. We got green eyes. Do we want to? But my idea is to do it keep it all in the lavenders and blue lavenders and all these colors here. So because I'm going to do the hair in a darker, let's do a little bit of the hair. We'll do this piece. That'll just give us a little hint. So I'm going to start. I'm going to try to make it kind of more of a brown. I thought about black, but right now I'm still not that good at black and highlighting. I probably could do it. I did the gold. So I'll tell you the colors here in a second if I like them. Make that highlight like that. I think I went a little bit over. Into the gold. And we can use a little black to, oops, to highlight it a little bit more and separate it from her crown, which this thing could be a part of her crown. Good thought. We could make it that way. You know what? I like that idea you guys just came up with. That's a part of her crown. And I think you're right. I'm just going to take a little bit of that really dark out of there. And I think that's it. Okay, happy mistake, happy mistake. It looks kind of a goldish bronze. So let's go back and do this again on this side. We're just going to make that a part of her crown. Her face mask crown thing. And I see what the bronze did is because I used this terracotta and just brought a few lines through it. And that's how come it gave it just a little bit of, very interesting. So then we come around and add a little bit of bronze. Okay, now where's my medium? So we're going to call that I see. Just deepening it. Okay, that makes more sense, doesn't it? It's really kind of hard to tell what everything is. But I definitely don't like that on that at all. That's making me. Is this the blue? I was looking for the blue one. Not blue, but purple. I'm just going to get rid of it. It's too much. It just doesn't look right. Okay, we'll leave the little bat wings there for a minute. Okay, so now these leaves, do we want to make it gold? Them gold. That was my thought, was these probably should be gold coming out in here. But this is the hair. And then this leaf is coming. That's what's hardest to see. So if we just made this like this leaf is coming from here, we could tip this like this, and this like this. And down in here. Okay. Let's get these highlights in, because then now I want my medium. We'll just work it out and see what happens. Because I don't know for sure what I'm doing, right? Let me just give it a shot. All right, now let's try this again. See if we can blend them. I think that's going to work. And what is this? What did I do here? What is this up here, this little mess? All right. I think that's a little dark. Just lighten it up. We can always darken it again, but I just thought it just kind of got too dark. Let's use the yellow. Okay. Okay, and there's another one right there. It just seems kind of weird, but let's try doing it the same way. Okay, let's go ahead and put our highlights in. That way and let's go ahead and put our dark in. And I forgot to get me some water. I know most of you will be cooking or cleaning or going out or doing something, but there's a few of you that are home by yourself like me. I'm just going to babysit a dog and do some video. This is for you. Well, you know what? I'm just pleased with how some of this is just actually kind of just coming together. I mean, as far as and the more we do this, the more we're going to figure out how to do it, huh? I just had this must be a curl. I don't know. Even some of this is just kind of weird. So we're gonna and it may not even be hair at all. Okay, now let's look at this other side and see where those two leaves are. I know they're hiding in here. I seen them. Thought I did. Is this a leaf? That's not a leaf. That's like that fleur-de-lis thing. Maybe there isn't or is. But we're going to say this is. Let's just do it. It's our picture. We can say what it is. The artist of the picture didn't give us good instructions. We're just going to kind of do the dark, do the light. And I'm thinking this is too. Not sure. And this might be that thing too. I'm not sure. I didn't think it would get complicated. But whatever we make it, it's going to be okay, right? Okay, we got a little polka dot thing back there. We'll worry about that at the end. Okay. Shall we do the flowers? Let's make them look kind of gold in the center. Let's go underneath it with the dark. I'm making this up as we go along. So far, things are working out. Let's take our medium color. Let's come up around. Just leaving that little bit of highlight. Oops. Okay. Now, we have a few around here, but I'll do those later. But her eyes are kind of bothering me to make this stand out better. Like this is the cinnamon, no, this is terracotta. Then I'm going to come back over with a darker color. Okay. Now we're going to try our raw umber. And sharpen, I need that. I'm just kind of pulling away from the line. I'm just trying to deepen. Without making it look like I added black. I don't want that look. I want her eyes to stand out. She has such a small window of now she looks like Catwoman. May have to change that a little bit. I think I got a little too dark. When you're doing it, it doesn't look like you're getting it that dark, but you did. So let's get that light color, the beige. Just going back in there again, because I just want it, the eye to stand out, not to make it disappear like this whole thing was. All right, leave it alone for right now. Let's go on. Let's move into a flower, and I think we're going to go ahead and start with our lavenders. And I'm going to go 2 colors. Let's pick Purple Violet 136 and light red violet 135. And look at the contrast of the colors. So I'm going to start by just going up. Let this come down the other way. And a little highlight. And try this cream. To blend it. Let's see if we like it. Take the highlight out again. Okay, let's move on. Kind of up around the side. Deepen this side. Not the whole thing, just a little bit. Take out my little highlight. Get my routine down, and then making it darker on one side and then just kind of light pull it around. Darker down here, and then just kind of lightly pull it around a little bit. Take out my little highlight. I know there's easier ways of doing it, but this way is easiest for me. So whatever's easiest for you, you do it. Whatever makes your painting relaxing. And fun. See, it's just easier for me to just take out the little highlight. I like it. I like it to do that. All right, so trying to keep the same colors on the same side. And I'm not going to worry about the highlight. Just going to take it out. Kind of blend it. So we've got quite a few more flowers, so we figured out how to do this. Okay. Again, it may take one more video. So you know, when you set and you start coloring, you don't realize how long it takes. unless you're trying to time yourself. I was going to show you nothing as with the stuff has gone through at all. So what color are we going to make these weird looking little things? We're going to keep it the same. Maybe we'll do it like this. With the same purple violet. We can come back, put a little jewel in there if we want to. Boy, them eyes are green. I'm thinking we need to take some sepia. That's a dark brown, really dark. And, no, those are prism. I'll find it and we'll do just a little bit of sepia. Okay. So I did that, I did this. And what color would be contrasting? That's almost this color. What is this? Middle purple pink 125. Well, that'll work. That'll bring everything together. These are the colors we're going to use on the feather too. It is going to take one more video. I don't know if I'm that slow. But that's okay. Let's darken this around this part. At least it's going to be warm here in Denver, Colorado, for all the little kids that are going to be doing Easter egg hunts. I know a lot of the families go to the park and do it. It just reminds me when we went to Kansas and they went out and hid all the eggs. And my cousins and us, we all went outside to find them. We were 3 girls and they were 3 boys. What a fun time we had as kids. And being girls and them being boys, we learned a lot of things. That looks good, doesn't it? Do you like it? You know what I think I should have done was, well, we're gonna put a we'll do a little circle of jewels. Okay. So now we got these. And I want to do this feather up here in these colors too. That will be pretty. Then we've got this down here and all the little flowers. We've still got quite a bit to do, even though we're getting there. I'd like to make her hair black, but also this background, so I'm not sure. But we could make her hair all colors too. That's an idea. Because it's almost like, are they feathers? Are they hair? And this looks good. Because I was trying to figure out what in the world it is. But it makes more sense as a piece of her mask and her crown. And if I get bored later, I can color on this page next to it in all of these colors. So I just went heavy around the edges and lighter in the center, and that was a much better experience. And then we want our little jewel in the center. These are pretty glittery when you get them, and I'm glad I got rid of that gold in the center. I'm wondering if it should have been the gold on these little eye things. I don't know. Okay. So we're doing, which one did we do? I think we did these two, huh? Okay. And we did this on the bottom. I'll just get them all colored up. I'm thinking I'm going to make me some deviled eggs in a little while when we get done. I'll cook my ham tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but my friend, I told him, go with your family. I'm fine. That was nice that he worried about me. Right? It's always nice to have somebody concerned. I've spent so many holidays by myself, and it's what's in your heart that matters, not what's... I went a little heavy on that one. I pressed too hard. But I've got 2 more to do. Okay, the purple. And the purple pink. Okay, let's do this one.
Knock, knock.
And then we're doing this side, and everything's gonna be fine. And the dog's here, so people, please hang on just a second. Okay, you have a good time. Okay, thank you.
And I'll let him in a minute here.
Okay. So we're just gonna finish up. Let's see. My little dog friend is here. Let me give him a little pet.
I love you. I'll see you later.
Us and our pets, huh? Let me give him a pet. Come here, Francis. Hello, Betty. He's a big 3-legged dog. He was rescued, and he's a good little guy. Yeah, he's a good little guy. He's coming to visit me. Where my friend's going for dinner, they have other dogs, and it's just going to be easier if he stays here. Okay, let's see. We got, okay, so we need to take out the highlights. I see you. I see you. Lay down for just a little bit. Okay, I think what we're going to do, because I have company now, is I'm going to work a little bit on this side, do up all these little flowers, and then we'll come back and do her little necklace and this side. So everybody have a wonderful day today. If you're alone, just in your heart, just make the best of it, because it's how we think and what we do that matters and gets us to thinking on the right track, and we can do everything. We can do anything we do as long as we think the right thoughts. So remember, you are important and you have value, and I love you. So please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like it so far. And we will finish it up in the very next video, probably this evening. So long.